G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to start an interesting project. I'm actually going to attempt to making some gold rings out of the nuggets that I found. Now, just going to make some gold rings for my kids, signet rings. I haven't tried this before. I've just sort of been researching it by YouTube and Google. I've put together some tools. I mean, it's endless the amount of tools that you can actually buy for this, but I've tried to limit the spend as much as I could. So I'll just go through some of the gear that I've got. So first off, I'm actually going to cast. I'm going to cast it. So what I've got is some casting wax. Now, this is shaped in a signet ring shape, but you can get all different shapes and various hardness. This is a fairly hard one, and yeah, you just carve it out, get it as close as you can to what you actually want, and then we'll cast it. So anyway, that's the start. We need that. Also we need a saw to cut that with, to shape it. I'm going to use a Stanley knife blade. I've seen on YouTube people use Dremels and everything like that. Also, I've got various files, fairly coarse files for the wax, and then I've got different types of sandpaper as well. So once we get the ring to the shape and we're happy with it, we're going to attempt to cast it. So I've got two casting rings here. Now, they actually come like that. And I've just, normally you would pour it in the top, but everyone's cut out a section, so I've actually cut these sections out, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to work fine. But in that, you're going to use some casting clay. Now, they call this casting clay, but to me it's more like a sand. It feels like a moist sand. Yeah. Also, so once we've cast it, we're going to melt the gold down in a crucible, and yeah, we're going to use that to pour the gold into the molds. Now, you actually use borax. Now, I believe borax is like a flux, but also you have to season the crucible with the borax as well, and from what I gather, the impurities in the gold will actually stick to the crucible. Yet to see that though. Yeah, then we've got a jeweler's anvil, and it's a nice flat surface, but also you use this to cut and file and everything like that. A jeweler's saw, a ring sizing tool, and a rubber mallet, and you can smack the rings to round with this. You can actually resize them. You need to find the size of the ring that you're going to make, obviously. So like most of this has come off eBay, but some of them you have to go to specialist jeweler websites. But yeah, so there's your, you size up your ring. You see what size you want, and it probably is written on there. I can't see it without my glasses, but if you go to there, you would actually see what size. There we go. So once we get to the golds, we're going to use the files again. I've got some jeweler files as well, really fine ones in all different shapes. Obviously we use wet and dry again, and we use this tool as well, and this is called a Varnishing Tool, and it's actually an agate. And if you have a look on YouTube, there's heaps of videos on it, but yeah, it just takes, when the ring's done and it's like matte finish from the sandpaper and everything like that, you actually rub it with that, and that actually flattens it all out and makes it really super glossy. So I can't wait to get to that part of it. But yeah, hopefully I do. Anyway, I'll just tidy up all this stuff, and we'll get in and we'll make some rings. Wish me luck. Pretty happy with that so far. Try to match that band all the way around. Well, that's almost about ready. What I might do is work on the other ring. Fair bit to come off this one. I'm going to go down to around a T. That's about it. It's got to go a little bit more, but I'll leave a bit till I get the ring just about shaped. So what we want it straight across here. These coming down on both sides. So a nice flat front edge. That's basically what I'm after. So needs a bit more of a clean up. I mean, it should be not far off casting these. Pretty happy with that. Alright, so this is our ring of shape. This is for my son. I'm just going to have a go at casting it, so I've got to make a mould. You got to bear with me, I haven't done this before, so really don't have a lot of idea what I'm doing. Just watch a few YouTube videos. Hit it down too much, so I've got to put that ring in the other side. Right, now push the ring in, just put some baby powder on it. Baby powder stops the sand from sticking to itself. Put the baby powder on here, don't want it sticking to this either. Sand's dropped on that. Alright, we'll push that down. Nice and firm, try to keep it fairly flat. It's bulged out a bit. Trying to flatten that off. See how that looks. There it is there. Oh, put some baby powder on, give it a brush. Blow off the excess. Put the other part of the mould on, make sure it's all in line. Rightio, so we got it like that. Pack this down. Just push it into the edges first. Just use my thumb to push it in. Rightio. Now fingers crossed this has worked. Let's see. Very carefully pull it apart. So now we've got the mould. I've just cut out the spruce, I think they call that, for where the gold's going to travel. Molten gold. Put that together, see how it looks. Alright, time to melt some gold. Rightio, just give you a look at what we got. We've got the gold. I've taped the mould so it doesn't come apart. Got a heat-proof brick, and we've got a matte gas. Got a bit of borax as well over here. So I'll just prop you up here. We'll see how we go. Fingers crossed this all works. Look at that. Did it. Fingers crossed, it's all good inside. Look at that, guys. Unbloody believable. Well, here it is. It's closed off. So I'm very happy with that. Now I've got some filing to do. Hopefully catch everything that I take off. Actually, I'll just... So once you've cast it, that sand there, you just discard, but you can keep all the sand that's underneath it. So that was me wax. That was me wax mold. This is the gold before I clean it up. Oh, that's chunky. Alright, clean up, see what it weighs then. Stainless steel tray I've had, me shed. Just going to put that underneath here to catch all the filings, gold filings, and I'll reuse them in the next ring, which will be for my daughter. But yeah, I'll just, every now and then, I'll bring you in and show you what I'm up to. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Nice and clean. Don't want to put too much rubbish in the jar. See how we go. So far, so good. Giving it a rub with some 240 grit sandpaper, trying to get the file marks out of it now. See how it comes up. I might need to file it a bit more, I'm not too sure. I don't necessarily want it perfect. I want it to look like it's been handmade. Yeah. So it's got some character. This one's going to be for my son. And I'm planning on making one with a heart for the daughter. So hopefully it'll be something that they'll cherish, I guess. A lot of hard work, obviously. Everyone knows how much hard work it is to find this goal. But yeah, I think it's worthwhile. Rightio, I'll get back to it and I'll bring you in as I go along. Oh, that's come up good with that 240. So now I'll just go to something a bit lighter, 800. Give it a rub with 800. All right, go to 2000 now. Right, next tool that I've got, pretty sure they call that a blemishing tool, and it's an agate. Now, what I've seen on YouTube, pretty unbelievable what this thing can do. So you can see the ring is a matte colour from the sandpaper. Hopefully you can see that. Right, let's see what this thing does. So you're just rubbing it, and it's just with a bit of pressure, it's just flattening off all the high edges. So that's it, that's what it's doing. So there's the matte finished. can see it goes from there to a really nice gloss. That's unbelievable. Rightio, keep working on it, I'll get back to you. Beautiful gloss on that. All this gold's from central Queensland area, Gladstone and Clermont. So it's all pretty pure gold, I think 23 carat. Around that. So gold's probably going to be fairly soft, but it's work hardened from what I've been doing to it. But that's also why I made it so chunky. I'll measure this, get a weight on it when I'm finished. I think it'll be just over 20 grams, I think, somewhere around that. Taking a bit off. I think I started about 22 nearly, 21 and a bit. Alright, so we just get a weight on it. Oh, 19.7. That looks pretty good to me. Time will tell. Alright, just push that down a little bit. I'll just wrap this tape around to keep it all together. So there's our air holes. That's what we're looking at. I might tidy up a little bit before I melt the gold. So anyway, I'll get back to you once I start getting this gold melted. All right, 20 grams. Still a fair bit of gold there, so hopefully it's gone all the way, but who knows. I won't know until we unwrap it. Oh, it looks, first looks it's gone all the way, but just hasn't made that heart properly. But Until we pull it out, we won't know. So there it is. It's not 100% on there, but I might be able to clean that up with the file, hopefully. Besides that, it's come up pretty good. The rest of it looks good. Anyway, I'll give it a bit of a clean up. Online, that's another blade. All right, I might try the file. Give the file a bit of a clean up. Still got wax and stuff in it. Don't want to contaminate the gold filings in the stainless steel, because I'm going to melt it all down, obviously. I'll melt it all down and make a bit of a nugget with the leftovers. Definitely don't want that bit of blade in there. Rightio. You just got to be careful how much you take off. It's very difficult to put it back on, obviously. So you just got to take it nice and easy. It's really nice to file. It's so bloody soft. If any of you have got any questions that something I didn't cover, just leave them in the comments, or yeah, I've just started a Facebook page, Jenko's Gold. So if you want to, got any questions, I mean, I'm definitely no expert by any means, but or, you know, if you've got any questions at all, just join that Facebook page and send me a message if you like. And if I can't help you, hopefully I can send you the right direction. Or if you're ever passing through actually Central Queensland and you want to go for a detect, hit me up. Always happy to go out and have a look. Not that there's no GPAs around Gladstone, unfortunately, but there are a couple of spots that you can go. You might be lucky. All the GPAs around here, upper at Clermont, they're fairly well hammered too, unfortunately. But there is gold there. You just got to spend the time, look around, and I mean, the more effort you put into it, the more luck you have. But yeah, it's definitely there, and you hear all the stories of, you know, first timers going out there and finding some not nice pieces. Like I think only last year I found 2 nuggets from Clermont. One was 16 grams and the other one was 11, 5 meters away, only a couple of meters from the car. And so they are there, and you know, it's a bit of luck. It's a bit like fishing, a bit of luck, but obviously the more practice you have at it, the better you get at it. Alright, you don't want to watch me keep filing this thing, but I'll do a bit of more filing and I'll come back to you when I get a bit closer. It's coming up pretty good. Taking a fair bit off, still a bit to come off it yet, but I might just try some sandpaper for a little while. I don't want to be too aggressive in pulling it off. Can't put it back on. Alright guys, well, that's probably enough for tonight. I'm very happy with the way that's looking. Definitely looks handmade, something pretty unique. Haven't seen this kind of ring before like that anyway. So anyway, continue on with it tomorrow morning. Alright, see you guys. Just go through and make sure there's no rubbish in there. So that's all the filings we caught there. There's the hair from the brush. Get that out somewhere. Hard to see. Anyway, melt all that down again. Keep that for the next project. Now just looking at this ring, this heart is slightly getting out of shape from the filing I was doing, so I've had a good look at it. So I'll have to continue a little bit of filing, try to get it down to so it looks a bit more balanced out than what it is at the moment. See the gold on the file. Yeah, so it's probably going to take a little bit off this side. Square it off a bit. And also, I'm going to take a bit off this because that's a bit thinner than that side. So, because this is pure gold, it's soft as well. However, it will get work hardened. But yeah, it's not going to be a piece for them to wear. These rings aren't going to be for them to wear daily. Just on special occasions. They'll have to be looked after, obviously. Being pure, or close to pure. This file's got two edges. One's actually got a cutting surface and the other one's flat. So I've got to be careful which way I have it. So I don't want to be taking any off there, just here. That's why I keep checking. So I haven't spun it around in my hands. Yeah, it's looking a bit better. I'd like to get the backs of these matched up on my other side. It's a bit hard to do. Oh, there you go. So I had the cutting edge down then. Lucky I didn't do too much before I checked. Yeah, I reckon the most difficult task is getting these on the top looking the same. It's very, very finicky. And while you're watching the file on one side, you've got to be careful that the file's not taking more off the other side than what you want. Probably far better tools like a little Dremel or something, probably be a lot easier than by hand. But then, yeah, they could probably be quite aggressive as well. These are pretty fine files, but yeah, they still take off a bit if you're not watching them. And another thing I've seen is somewhere on this ring, it's on a bit of an angle. So the way to fix that is to wedge it on there and give this. And this is another good way to work harden the piece as well. But that is tapered, so you just got to be careful. You got to flip it over and do it the other way as well. Be interesting to weigh this ring. So we started off with like 20 grams, I think, from memory, and see what the ring ends up being and how much gold we actually recover in filings. To know how much just gets lost. It's a beautiful colour. Alright, I'll keep working on it and I'll bring you back in a bit later on. So we've gone right down to 2,000 grip, wet and dry, and this is what I've come up with, and that's about as far as I'm going to take it. Just going to use the Blemishing Tool on it. But then, yeah, I've got some polishing compound on the way, so eventually I'll polish them both as well. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. Hopefully you can see it okay. This tool is unreal. Just instantly glosses the ring. So I guess if any of these guys have got rings that you found on the beach that have, you know, scratched up, you could probably buy one of these, pretty cheap, and give them a clean up with this. You know, if they've got blemishes from sand, being in the sand and that. Just the instant shine, it's unreal. As you can hear, I live very close to a busy road. I hope that's not coming through too bad on the video. Just got a good excuse to go and fill up my bloody nugget jar again now. Just got to get the time off, that's the hardest thing. Working full time. I've done a lease or something, would be good. Go a lease. That, guys. Because I've enjoyed doing this, it's fantastic. And if you're thinking of doing it, I encourage you to have a crack, because at the end of the day, you can always melt the gold back down. Normally I don't melt any gold, I like to leave them all in the nugget form. It's more valuable that way. And but yeah, to make something like this, it's just unreal. Just straight out of the ground, and you know, melt it down. It's just amazing. And end up something like this. So I definitely encourage you to have a go at it if that's something you're interested in doing. And as I say, you can always send me a message. I can help you out, but there's so many good videos on YouTube, you know, professional jewelers doing this. So that's where I sort of got my info from, what I needed and everything. And yeah, I've never ever attempted anything like this before. And you know, it wasn't really that hard, really. I mean, they're not 100% perfect, but they are very good. I'm just surprised how good they are, actually. All right then, yeah, next step, I'll wait till my polishing compound comes in, and then we'll give them a polish. Rightio, a week or so's passed. I've got the polishing compound. It's probably going to be very noisy. Yeah, we'll just see how it comes out anyway. But anyway, I'll fire it up just in a battery drill, and I've just locked off the trigger of the cable tie. And this polishing buffing wheel is just in a kit from Bunnings. All right, we'll see how we go. Not too bad. Anyway, I'll get the door. A little bit more. Very nice. Well, this is the absolute last stage. Just the final clean with the jewellery cloth. If you sat through all this video, thanks very much. It's almost an hour long. The whole process obviously took quite a while. There's a lot of video that's been edited, and I've fast forwarded a fair amount, as you've seen. Yeah, I appreciate if you've watched it all, and thanks for everyone that's subscribed to the channel. There's not a lot of accessible gold in Gladstone. I mean, there is a fair bit of gold, but a lot of it's on private land, and they don't like to give people access, mainly because people do the wrong thing and jump the fence and leave a mess. I have got a couple of places that I've got access to, and I'm working on a few more, so hopefully I can get some more gold detecting videos out to you and find a few more spots around here. Always looking. And hopefully I'll have a few other interesting videos just sort of off gold detecting but related to it. So yeah, if you like this kind of thing, subscribe, please share it. It helps to build the channel and show me that you do like this kind of stuff, and I'll keep the videos coming. Thanks again, guys, and good luck with your gold detecting. And if anyone wants to try this, as I've already said, if you've got any questions, send us a message. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you later.